Hi guys, it's Sarah from I Swear I'm Stitching. Look, new phone. It's crooked. Is that better? No blurry, no halo. I can type. I can watch YouTube videos at work again. YouTube, Flosstube. I'm so behind because that's where I watch a lot of my Flosstubes on my breaks. I can comment on things, post on Instagram. Oh, it's glorious. Anyways, I'm Sarah. This is I Swear I'm Stitching, Flosstube about stitching and other stuff. Light on the stitching this week because I went deep into the quilting because my work friend's brother had the baby and I hadn't finished the quilt, so I had to finish the baby quilt. And then while I was doing that, I thought, well, I might as well almost finish the second of 4 18th birthday quilts for my daughter's friends. Anyways, we'll get to that. It just feels so weird to not be blurry and not to have my phone spaz out and do all sorts of weird things. I keep looking at it. Okay, so the stitching I did do, I've actually finished 2 things. So I finished Santa Paws from Mill Hill. It is so stinking cute. I love it so much. Look how cute that is. My little bead is all a wonky. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, I didn't put felt on the back yet, but you know what? It's finished. I don't even know if I'll put felt on the back. It's gonna hang on my tree. Nope. So cute. Love it so much. And then I finished. I just was like a woman on a mission. I was enjoying it so much, I just didn't want to stop. I was able to fit it in for one of my fandom stitching prompts, and then it didn't really fit any other prompts, but I didn't really care, so I was a slacker for my team. Sorry, team. Go Team Dwarves. But I loved stitching it so much. This is Abominable bundle, but from Plum Street Samplers. It is on 32 count linen Bronze Age from Bestitch Me. How cute it is, you guys. Oh, my hands. Okay, I'm just gonna stand up so I can look at it. There we go. Look how cute. I love him. I love his. Is it weird that I love his little abominable nipples? It is weird. That's fine. So I love those trees so much. This is my new favorite green. It is, I believe, Classic Colorworks Broccoli. Gentle Arts broccoli. It's broccoli, steamed broccoli. But I did the DMC except for the called for, except for the trees. I picked my own greens out for those. There's supposed to be a bee right here. I don't want to be there, so I put another tiny tree in. What else did I do? Oh, that's apparently the mama Abominable snowman because it had pink cheeks and like a pink smile, like lipstick. I chose not to gender them. They are just gender neutral Abominable snowmen. And then the border is supposed to be black, and I thought that was too harsh. So I went to my artsy kid and I said, should I make the border like a silver or gray? I picked out like a silvery overdyed, and then I picked out this Gentle Arts limited edition, like browns and greens, and she chose that one. So I think it suits it very well, and it makes me quite happy. I'm going to turn it into a pillow for my Doble because it can be out all winter. I love it so much. I was just enjoying the stitch so much. Those greens are like so fun to work with. That's all the stitching I have for you. Oh, it's disappointing, huh? I picked up my Halloween Hawk Run Hollow, but I didn't get anything done on it. God, my hair's like... I know you guys really don't give a crap about people's hair issues, but whatever. Can you hear my dog snoring? So I finished the Layer Cake Tumble. Layer Cake Tumble is the pattern. Who's it by? Fat Quarter Shop? Fat Quarter Shop. I used random fabrics and greens, blues, and is it just greens and blues? I just finished this thing and I can't remember anything about it. And gray. Gray. Yeah. Yeah, gray. Anyways, so I finished it. If I can scoot up enough to show you. So cute. What's the front? Well, the sloths face the right way. I'm not going to show you the whole thing. But look how cute. I just sewed around the box. I hate quilting. That's like my least favorite part. But when it's a baby quilt, it's small enough to where I feel like I can manage it. It's one of my larger baby quilts, so it was hurting my back and I had to take breaks. But I'm gonna go super fast because I can't see anything. That's it. And then the back was just this gray. I used it for the binding. And then when my friend's brother's partner was pregnant with their first baby, we jokingly called the baby Olive because my friend hates the baby's name. It's Leia Ray. 2 Star Wars names. He's a big Star Wars fan. Anyways, so she still calls her Olive. She's about a year old now or so. And so when I did their baby quilt for Olive, I got a little piece of green and red felt and I made an olive and glued it, fabric glued it to the corner of the quilt as like our own little inside joke. And when his partner was pregnant with the second baby, they refused to say the name for a long time, so we were calling it Bird. So I put a little felt bird in the corner. They won't get it, but it means something to me and my friend. But so yeah, look at those sloths, they're so cute. There it is, baby quilt, all done. Just gonna pull it up. Look at my butt. Put it there. Okay. Now, sorry for the jingle jangle. For my daughter's second friend, one of her friends, I'm making all the quilts are going to be jelly roll based. And so I made a jelly roll and I was going to do, the stack and flip, but not stack it, just do the full jelly roll race. So it was gonna look kind of like, my idea was to do that, cut out a section of it, flip it, surround it in a color, my daughter picked black, and then sew it back together. But then we decided to do this instead because it will look less busy. I'm just going to cut a chunk out of the quilt, put a like 3 or 4 inch strip of black in there, sew it back together. No borders or anything. So she had to pick up the black fabric for me yesterday from Joann's, just some black Kona. And then I got the jelly roll finished, and this is Adorn, I want to say Adorn, from the Ruby Star Society, because she's a girly girl, so it's got ladies, and it's got, that was my favorite, the black with the flowers, bows, earrings. My daughter really likes the hands. Where's the hands? Where's the hands? Ah. My daughter really likes the hands. I can't see it. I'm showing you that. Yeah. So there it is. So I'm gonna pick a side, cut it, insert a strip of black, sew it back together, and then hers will be done. I really don't like sewing jelly roll quilts, you guys. The first, sewing the jelly rolls together, not so bad. And that first 2 loops where you pull them together and sew it down are so long, and the fabric is so unwieldy for me. I really don't like that part. But it is what it is. I've picked a theme. I'm sticking with it. I just have 2 more jelly roll quilts to make. I have to order the fabric for one. Her birthday's not until July, so I'm not rushing that one. And then the next one's birthday is in April. It's actually the day after my daughter's birthday. So I could not find, she's a mushroom fan. I couldn't find a jelly roll that had mainly mushrooms. So I bought a bundle of fat quarters of mushrooms. And last night I used my what's it called? AccuQuilt thing. I can never remember to cut out the 2.5-inch squares. Such a lifesaver, such a time saver. So I cut those out. And I'm gonna sew them together. I don't know, I have to measure how tall like that quilt is, because my plan is to have like how hers is the jelly roll and then a panel of black. The next girl's is gonna be this brown with a panel of jelly roll mushrooms going up and down like this. And I'll do it as thick as I can get it to use up as much as I can to get it as tall as I need it to be. So yeah, that's my next quilt. So I'm going to be focusing on that. I think this one might be my favorite. Dusty pink. So that's the next quilt to focus on. And then, oh, that's it. I don't have the fabric for the last girl's quilt. That's it. That's all my crafting, you guys. Been really focused on the sewing. Like, I banged that puppy out, that baby quilt, in a couple days. Sewed it, quilted it, bound it. I finished binding it like literally 10 minutes ago. Ironed on my little bird, because I have to bring those to work tomorrow. That and the baby hats I knit a while ago. I have to take those to work tomorrow. What else? So, we'll do haul. Oh, I was watching Carolyn from Carolyn Stitches, and she was talking about the number of whips that, I believe it was Carolyn. I watched a lot of whip parades. I just sneeze. Excuse me. But I'm sure she's not the only one. She's just one that sticks out in my head that mentioned like how many whips they did throughout the year and finishes and how many whips they're starting the new year with. I didn't do a whip parade. I'm just lazy. Really, at the heart of it, I'm just a lazy bastard. But I did go through my notebooks and I did a count. So in 2022, I started 48 projects. I could not believe I started 48 projects. I finished, not fully finished, because that's a whole other story, 38 of them. I managed to finish a lot. And then whips, not just from last year, but they have traveled in from like 2021. I don't really have anything older than 2021. 12. I just have 12 whips. So I'm like, well, I could do a whip parade because I only have 12 whips. But again, lazy. I have to get them all out of their bags, iron them. But yeah, so 48 started, 38 finished, 12 whips. I think that's pretty good. And I'm happy with that. Now I just need to figure out what my next kit project is I'm gonna start. I may just open up the drawer and randomly grab one. I can't remember what order I put them away in, so you never know what I might pull out. I don't want to put that away, I still need that. So now we'll go on to haul. Not much. Well, it wasn't much until recently. I'll let you guys know here in a second. Where's my pen? See, now I sneezed and I'm all crazy. Okay, had to make notes. So I, as you know, really like NightStalkersCalling on Etsy. And when I saw that January's mystery box was going to be Poe, I bought it instantly. I'm trying not to buy a lot of stuff because I have my arm surgery coming up and I won't be working after that. So, but I had to buy it. I'm going to look at the new one for next month. I'm not getting is Pride and Prejudice because, sorry, I know a lot of you really like Pride and Prejudice and Jane Austen, and I'm not this girl. What was I saying? Oh, so it's Pride and Prejudice, in case you're wondering, hop on over. The box is $22. Now, his threads alone, like one thing of thread is $3.25. And then it's like $4 shipping. You get 3 threads, so for like, that's like 10 bucks, and then $4 for like fish 14. I do count. So that's roughly $8. So for roughly $8 more, you get a little things. Just, you know, so it's not a very big, extravagant box, which I love because it's cheaper and the main focus is the threads. But I will show you the cute little, you always get a needle minder than other things. So I got, which of course I love. Oh, what is on my fingers? I think that's pen. So Nevermore, perfect. And then this little bookmark, which I'm a little upset about because I'm having trouble getting that sticker off. I'm gonna have to get it off and use some WD-40 or something. Look how cute it is. I thought maybe it had a plastic film on it, but if it does, I'm having a hell of a time getting it off because it looks kind of cloudy. Ugh, I don't know, whatever. So anyway, cute. And then Poe quote, a little notebook. There is no beauty without some strangeness, and I can always use a little notebook. So this, super excited about. I might actually give it to my work friend because she literally just said she needs a notebook to keep notes about work in. I really like it though. I don't know. I also love her. Gosh, I don't know. I'll think about it. And then the threads, which are the star of the show and absolutely stunning. Okay, so this is Raven. Oh, it's such a pretty black and purple. Gosh, it's so pretty. So pretty. And then this is gonna drive me crazy. I'm gonna need like another clip if I tuck it behind my ear. Okay, and then Eleanor, which I like because it's not your typical Poe thing. Not a lot of people would go with Eleonora. Look how pretty. Oh, it kind of matches my shirt. Ah, it totally matches my shirt. I keep matching myself to stuff. Oh, so pretty. And then this gorgeous telltale heart. I like it because it's not like you're like, when you think of telltale heart, you think like a deep red. And this is like burnt oranges and reds and like browns, like, oh, so pretty. Yeah, so NightStalkersCalling, you guys, get on it. My only disappointment in them is that I wanted to do that whale in dark browns and grays, like a hand dyed, and I can't find, side note, sidetrack, off track, whatever. If you know of a hand dyed, preferably cotton, I'll take silk, floss that is dark brown and gray, like, shit, should have had the magazine out, from that whale piece, Summer Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher magazine. I'm doing a cross stitch version that Kaylee 10 Stitch made up for me. Thank you, Kaylee. But I would really like to do the whale in a hand-dyed dark brown and gray, like the whale looks in the picture. And I asked them if they could dye me something like that, and they said, yeah, they take orders all the time. And then I never heard back from them. So, oh well. That's okay. Only disappointment. Otherwise, you know, cheap box, great threads, ships fast, always dependable, always reliable that way. Thumbs up. And then my second haul, which wasn't a haul till today, was that I won a $25 Etsy gift card from Jeep Girl Stitches, and she let me choose where from. And so I went with Crafty, of course, and I chose Etsy. And I splurged on some patterns I've wanted for a while that I just haven't gotten. Okay, let's see. Eventually I'll get there. My phone may be new, but my iPad's still second generation. Because it works. I'm not going to replace it. It just makes it hard for me to find stuff, and it works really slow. Okay. So I bought this. I forgot what the name of it is. It's from UnaBuenaPieza. But I can't remember the name of the pattern. Let me get on my Etsy real quick. That's my computer. You probably gathered that. Enchanted Forest. Look at the, oh, it's so pretty. I love those little ghosties in the skull and those pretty, pretty flowers. That's Daisy. So I bought that. And then I bought this, is she Goth? I think she's Goth Mermaid. Goth Mermaid by MegC. Now I love this because she has no face, which is kind of cool. but she's based off a piece of their artwork that I want so bad. The artwork, she's fully fleshed out. She has a face and her hands to her face, and she's so gorgeous. But then I saw that they made it into a cross stitch, and I had to have it. So I'm looking forward to doing her. And then I bought, this one I wanted to do, excuse me, this one I wanted to do for a while, since before Halloween. I wanted to, it's the Halloween Witch Sampler by ZanderPrint. It's too big for me to, like, I have to look at her. Isn't she pretty? Sorry about that glare. And then the bottom half, nope, the bottom half of her. Look at those skinny little legs and those long stockings. I love her so much in her hat, the way it has like that veil. Oh, I love her so much. I don't know if I'll do the border, that heartsy border. I'll do her and see how I feel after that. And then my last pattern I bought was Witches and Demons Woodcut from Spirit Studio. I've wanted that for a while now, so I'm so happy to own that. Oh, these are such great patterns, you guys. And then I also bought, which I don't have a picture of, from NightStalkersCalling. I bought a skein of thread from his Addams Family box I didn't get, called Morticia, because I just had to have it. Well, I really like his needle threaders, and he has a skull one, which I think was probably from the Addams Family box. And so I wanted that, but you can't just order one thing. It's like $2. So I threw in a skein of Morticia. Keep the theme going. So thank you, Jeep Girl. I was gonna thank myself. I was like, thank you, Sarah. That's not who I'm thanking. Thank you so much for the gift card. I had so much fun narrowing down the patterns I wanted to buy. I was gonna actually buy some other things that involved shipping, and I was like, I'm not wasting this gift card on shipping. I wasted like $4 on shipping. So I had like $2 left over. So I put that towards the NightStalkersCalling order, which wasn't covered pretty much by that. That's pretty much what I used my own money for, but I had like $2 left on the gift card, and I couldn't really find a pattern for $2. So I just, long story short, thank you. I'm so excited. That is my haul. I am excited. I want to start all those new patterns, but I also want to get back to sewing, finish these quilts. I wish my daughter didn't have so many friends that I adore, but oh well. What else? Okay, so life update. New phone. My son had his first job interview Monday, so fingers crossed. It's for a small engines job at a local hardware store here in town, so fingers crossed. That would be great. And then that's it. Not much to life. My arm surgery is in 2 months, so that's exciting. My iron is low, so my doctor has me taking a mega iron pill 3 times a week, and then I'll have to have blood work done 3 months from now to see how that is. And if it's not better, I don't know, an infusion maybe? We'll find out. But other than that, I had gastric bypass surgery. It will be 2 years. In 4 days. I can't believe it's been 2 years. Oh, my son's home. Hi, buddy.
Yo.
Oh. Did you like to say hi? Hi. Well, now I can't talk because he's right there, and that's embarrassing. Also, you didn't do dishes last night. Okay, there we go. That's his one chore. You didn't do dishes last night. That's okay. Back to my stuff. What was I saying? Oh, been 2 years. So I had my routine blood work done, and other than the iron, everything's looking good. I had my surgery mainly to improve my health. I was a type 2 diabetic with high blood pressure and high cholesterol, and I was afraid I wasn't going to make it very long in life. Obviously, subconsciously, yeah, to lose weight, to look better, to be able to dress in cute clothes. It's human nature. But all my blood work's done. Diabetes is still in remission. Blood pressure's good. Cholesterol's good. You make my whole camera shake. Look how good that video is. There he goes. So yeah, I'm doing good. And I reached my goal weight a year ago. Yeah. And I was just going to be happy to maintain at that that and like 15 pounds, like fluctuation. And I've done that. So that's one of the reasons why my plastic surgeon said that they were going to be okay doing arm surgery and the belly stuff if I wanted it, because I had maintained between a certain amount. I'd only gone up and down 10 pounds for like a year. So awesome. Yeah, so doing good. That's my life update. I don't know what I'll do when I have the arm surgery, because I don't know if I'll be able to stitch, because they're going to cut from like under the armpit all the way to the elbow. And I asked him if he could go a little past the elbow, maybe get some of this, or if he could pull that. I don't know how they work it, but yeah, so I don't know if I'll be able to. I definitely will be able to sew, maybe knit. I'll give it a try. I may just play video games or read. That's what I did a lot after gastric bypass. I read a lot, so we'll see. So March, April, maybe there may be a hiatus. We'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Okay, so that's it. I keep saying that's it. But Kaylee from Kaylee 10 Stitch wanted me to talk about my yarn dyeing. I used to be a yarn dyer. My business name was Perfect Day Yarns. That's my stuff on Ravelry, Perfect Day Yarns. That was my logo. I have that tattooed on the back of my neck. I got that like 14 years ago, probably longer. What, 2008? About 15 years. I was close. 14, 15. And it has turned into just a giant black ball. So eventually I would like to have that turned into the center of a sunflower, because I don't want to go over it, because it still has significance to me. It was my logo. My friend designed it. And yes, I do realize years after the fact, it looks a lot like Xerox. It is what it is. But yeah, so I dyed yarn under that name for 4 years. And then my son is on the spectrum, and he was starting school, and he couldn't communicate. And I was spending a lot of time working with him, working with the school. I was burned out, I was tired, and something had to give. So it was the yarn dyeing, because it was making me money, but it wasn't like supporting my family. But I got to the point where the Loopy U was carrying my yarn. And if anyone knows the Loopy U, it was owned, I don't know if it's still around, by the Colorado cross stitcher Sherry. So yeah, I had my yarn in her shop for a little while. That was fun. That was exciting. What else to say about it? Yeah, I dyed yarn. Ambersh. One of the most exciting things during that 4 years was that my daughter, who was probably 4 at the time, broke into the garage, used a random chair that was in there, got into my acid dyes, opened one up, stuck her fingers in it, and ate it. So I had to call poison control. Luckily, they said, well, it's actually, like, she didn't eat an entire bottle. They said, just watch her and make sure she doesn't get dehydrated. So I spent all day forcing water on her. So that's all that really happened. But yeah, so I dyed yarn. So just not much to say. Like I said, I did it for 4 years, and then I had to stop because I was dealing with my son, who you just saw. He's great. The schools in this area have really helped him, and I think because of all the therapies he had in elementary school and the support system he had in elementary school, I think it really, really helped him. He was in occupational therapy, speech therapy, group therapy. There's another one in there. Occupational, group, speech. He had his own aide. One lady for kindergarten, and the same lady all through the rest of elementary school, and she still to this day, you know, it was a small town, asked about him, sees him. Up until the pandemic, she would call up every now and then and ask to take him to lunch and just visit him. There was something else he had. He had a sensory room set up just for him, because he was one of the only kids with autism in the school. So they had just sensory items geared specifically towards him, which was great. And his intervention specialist was the same one from first grade on, and she was just the best. And he he had trouble with loud noises, loud groups, so he couldn't eat lunch in the lunchroom, so he would go into her room at lunchtime, watch Arthur, and eat up until he got out of elementary school in 5th grade. So yeah, that really helped him blossom, and I really think it has contributed to his success. But anyways, that was a side path I took. I was talking about yarn. But let me see if I can get anything to show up. I'm just hitting random buttons. Perfect Day, the name comes from my husband and I, the song we dance to, our song is Perfect Day by Lou Reed. So that's where I named the yarn company after. And I don't know why this is not letting me do this. Oh, so here's just a general picture of some of the yarns I dyed. You know what, you guys? This wasn't so hard earlier. I think I just made it harder on myself. Hi, Amber. Hey, baby. Maybe not a bazillion-year-old tablet. Okay. So here's the main page on Ravelry. So there's some of the yarns I dyed. We'll get the... And I had a poetry, because I'm, well, not as much as I used to be into poetry. Like my bases were called like Bamboo Haiku, Beat Sock, Cash Prose, Free Verse Sock, Ode to the Sea Sock, Sonnet Sport, that kind of thing. But yeah, so those are some of the yarns I dyed. And I did some self-striping, which was a bitch, but I did it. Yeah. And then I don't really have a lot of stuff I dyed and knit things for myself with, because a lot of them are socks. I did a lot of socks. I had a sock club, the Dead Poet Sock Club, where I focused on a dead poet, gave a little blurb, a little history on them, sent a skein of sock yarn, and some little goodies. There was 3 installments. Like, you would join the sock club and get 3 months worth of stuff. Like, so 3 different sock bases, colors based on a poem by that poet. So yeah, so I would keep like the leftover yarns from the socks when I was winding them off to get the 4-ounce skeins, and then I'd knit socks with them. Like these ones, these are old, that's why they're like, they look like crap. Like this is well, this is actually yeah, this is one of my self-stripings, but the stripes aren't consistent because I kept the ends, and then I just used them randomly to knit the socks. These are some of my favorite pairs. Like same thing with these ones. This was not for one of my sock clubs. This is for a sock club I used to, Yarn Craven in Toledo. I did their sock club for a little bit, and this was one of their installments for Christmas. So the stripes are different because I just used random balls up randomly that I had left over. And then this is my Nevermore socks. They have dog fur all over them. And then I didn't do a lot of worsted, but I did a little bit. And this is like one of the test skeins I did, I kept for a cowl. And then I had a bamboo base, and this is a shawl I knit with one of the ones I dyed that I liked. It's like a bluey purple. It's mainly blue, but it's a little bit of purple in there. It needs to be blocked again because it's supposed to be, look how stripped. Watch, I'll show you. Showing shawls is hard, but look how much give it has. See, I need to block it out again, but I'm a lazy blocker, and it just gets crumpled up on my neck anyway. So yeah. Now, like I said, I don't have a lot of the things I knit with my yarn anymore because a lot of them were socks and they get holes, and then I throw them away. So yeah, and I only have one. Ravelry has a, you can sell some of your stuff. I want to go on there and buy some of my yarn that people are destashing, but I haven't done it yet because I only have one skein. And it's this on my Sonnet Sport, and it's Waltzing Matilda. And it is all janky because a mouse got to it and ate a bunch of it. So I'm not sure what I'll stitch with it, knit with it, something eventually. And then eventually I'll go on and buy some yarn that people are giving away. Not giving away, trying to sell. You see, I think people are... I was trying to see if people were selling a certain color. Ooh, someone's selling Lazarus. That was my one from my Sylvia Plath. Lady Lazarus. Oh, yeah, I might buy that one. This is not my bamboo base. Oh, I like that one a lot. I like what I dyed a lot, you guys. Man, I really like Lady Lazarus. Boogie's Bog, that's the one I want, but I probably won't ever get because it's not for sale, but I really wish I'd kept some of that for me. Oh, so pretty. Is that weird to say that about something you've dyed? Something you've made? I feel like it is. And I loved my Ode to the Sea Sock that had Cecil in it. I love Cecil. Just trying to see if anyone's selling any of that. One person is. Ooh, I might buy that. The Little Ways. I might buy that. Okay, sorry. You guys don't care. But yeah, so that's what I did. I dyed yarn. I made money enough to support my then knitting habit. I was sold at the Loopy U for a little while. I had a sock club. I mainly did like a dip and steam dyeing. Sometimes I dyed in big pots on my oven. I never had a studio. I had used my tiny ass little kitchen, so that was stressful because I would literally have to take everything off the counters and set up and cover everything to keep it clean, dye, and then take everything down and wipe everything clean because obviously I wanted to cook and use food or whatever in the kitchen. So yeah, so it was, and then I'd hang my stuff outside to dry, and if it was not nice out, I'd have to hang it up here. I don't really have a lot of stuff room in my house to hang up, so I'd hang it from the light in my kitchen. I did buy one of those little mini spin dryers to dry out the yarn as best I could, and that really helped a lot. So yeah, that's what I did. I dyed yarn. I was a dyer. So I'm trying to think of anything else. I don't think there's really anything else to say about it. Did it for 4 years. It was fun. It was stressful. I will never do it again. There are so many better dyers out there. So many people who have patience and so much more knowledge and the setup for it. I enjoyed it while I did it. I had some really, really great friends and customers. Yeah. That's it. And I think that's literally it for me, you guys. So thanks for stopping by. If you are new, I appreciate you sticking around for all that rambling. If you're not, I hope you learned something new about me. If you ever want to know anything, feel free to ask. I don't care. Open book over here. What do you think about the new phone? Look how clear I am. I can't stop looking. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys go. Have a good week, and I'll see you next week.